Good morning, traders. This is Brian Booth, Senior Market Strategist here with MF Global in Chicago with a morning update for the softs markets on Thursday. So we did get what one would call a rescue package here for the European debt issues that we've been worried about here for the past, last few months or last year or so. Finally, it looks like they've come to some form of an agreement as to how to bail out the banks, bail out a lot of the ailing countries such as Portugal, Italy, Ireland, Spain, and Greece. It's just another Band-Aid on a pretty massive gash. However, the markets, all of the pricing in that we've been seeing here over the past few weeks continues. I think that's what they had expected. Just as I had mentioned yesterday, it was another one of those too big to fail sort of scenarios. If they didn't put another plug in this leak here, I think that it would have been catastrophic for the remainder of the year for all the markets. The euro would have been in the tank, dollar sky high, and every market across the board that depends on a weaker dollar would have been in deep trouble. So here we are. The markets continue to move higher, and I will actually be presenting on this debt issue here today at the end of the day. A bull and bear presentation that I do every 2 weeks on Thursdays. You could see that on our website, Bull and Bear Markets with Brian Booth. It's a web-based PowerPoint presentation, and I'll be talking about this European debt issue, the nuts and bolts of that, and then also how to read this, read the information and look into how to trade the remainder of this year. It'll just sort of be piggybacking on what I presented on 2 weeks ago. So all you have to do is log into our events page on the website, and hope to see you all there. We have some good information about fundamentals and technicals and trading the market for the remainder of this year. As far as log on. The link is underneath our videos here as well, so you can look to log in through that. Now, as far as the softs are concerned, look at the sugar 26.76. If you look at the high of the day today on the chart, there's a convergence of the 50 and the 100-day moving average. It's a bit significant. I think that any rally should continue to be sold into in the sugar, with stops, of course. Because I just think that it's going to have to face the music at some point. That we have an abundant supply, and I see the market headed lower at any opportunity if we do have a day where markets stabilize or worse yet head lower. So today may not be the day, but any rallies, if we do stay stable, sell into that market. That would be my recommendation. Cocoa, as I had mentioned in yesterday's video, if we did get a positive response to this meeting in Europe, that I would guess that the cocoa, despite its fundamentals, would rally up again above 26.85. That was a September low. We did close slightly above it yesterday, and now we've moved higher. Last price was 27.45. So you'll probably see this market correct and head higher for a bit here. Look for fundamentals, look for technical levels to sell into. I think if we stabilize, if it looks like a lot of this upward activity was somewhat priced in, you will see the cocoa respond to that. I would go with even numbers here. If you look at 28 even and 29 even, there are lows on the daily chart from past months that come in right in around 28 and 29 even. So look at those levels to hold. If they do not, we'll move up and try to sell from a higher level above. Dees Coffee 238.05 was the last. I'd expect the market to run back up to 255 again on positive news. Look for as long as we stay in this environment where there's pretty heavy buying in the stock market, crude oil, weaker dollar like this, I think coffee's probably going to make a nice leg up. And then also, lastly, the cotton 102.50. I think 104 is probably the target in the short term. And if we stay in this environment, I do see cotton, coming to that level and hopefully through as well. Despite whatever the demand ideas would be or demand issues would be globally here, I still think that cotton is going to be a surprising market going into the end of the year. So I hope to see you all at the presentation at the end of the day here about this European bailout again. And all you have to do is just log on to our events page at mfglobal.com. Have technical and fundamental data for all of you to look through, and it is I just love to hear from all of you if you have any questions about the softs markets or any of the markets that we trade at MF Global, or if you have any questions on what I'll be presenting on at the end of the day today, feel free to contact me at 800-993-6601 or by email at bbooth@mfglobal.com. And remember that futures trading involves substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors.